Anupama 27th January 2024 voice episode, voice update on VoiceBloom. Shruti talks to Anupama and tells Anuj and Shruti that it was Joshi Ben called, whom I was searching, and says it is truth that if we search something with our heart then we get it. She says she said that she is fine and is staying in restaurant owner's house and she got her passport and stuff. Anuj says I will take you tomorrow. Shruti asks Anuj if we can go now. Adya gets shocked. Dimpy gives food tiffin to Mahi and asks her to eat it. Ba comes and gives her gift, asking her to study well. Anj says it is good that you are going and gives gift to her. Ishani gives the card and says she wrote poem for her. Pakhi says bye, if you get unwell then your mummy will get chance to bring you back again. Mahi nods her head. She goes to Vanraj and says Papa, I love you, though you hate me but I still love you a lot. She asks shall I take selfie with you before going as my friends tease me that my papa is an invisible man. Vanraj gets up and goes, recalling Kavya's cheat. Ishani comes to Mahi and says she has clicked their photo. Mahi thanks her. She asks Kavya to come. They leave. Ba asks Vanraj what is his problem with Mahi and says Kavya betrayed you and not Mahi. Vanraj says he has problem with Kavya. Ba says if Kavya can accept your children then why can't you, and says even you had betrayed Anupama. Vanraj says he made his conditions clear to Kavya. Babuji brings them back and says neither my daughter-in-law will go nor my granddaughter. Servant knocks on the door and tells Anupama that someone came to meet her. Anupama comes out to see and says you are here at this time. Vanraj touches Babuji's feet and asks how can you be so heartless. Vanraj says there is a reason behind my doings. Babuji sends Mahi inside and says a small child needs mother and father, and says if you can't become her father then at least let her mother stay with her, think her as child and part of family. He says when Pakhi can stay here then why not Mahi. Vanraj says Pakhi is my daughter and Ishani is my granddaughter. Babuji says Ishani is adopted, when she can stay here then why can't Mahi. Kavya asks him to agree. Vanraj asks her to do whatever she wants and goes. Kavya thanks Babuji. Shruti and Anuj come to meet Anupama at Yashpal's house. Viji asks who are they and why did you come to meet at this time. Shruti says we had some work. They ask about Joshi Ben. Viji says she has gone out though means back with my son. Anuj thinks why she went with her son and thinks to meet her in the event. Anupama is at Kinjal's house, taking care of Pari. Kinjal apologizes to Anupama and Yashdeep for coming there as Toshu was not picking the call and she was worried. Yashdeep says it is okay. Anupama looks at the messed up house. She asks when Toshu will come. Kinjal says he went to watch football match with his friend. She asks Anupama to go and rest. Pari asks Anupama not to go and be at her side. Yashdeep asks her to stay back and says tomorrow is a busy day and we will see it. He says I will come to pick you in the morning. Anupama says my work is important for me as they have supported me during my tough days. Yashdeep goes. Kinjal and Pari sleep on Anupama's lap. Toshu comes there drunk and gets angry seeing Anupama. Anupama asks Kinjal to take Pari to room and tells Toshu that he didn't change even a bit though the city is changed. She says Kinjal works and also takes care of Pari. She scolds him. Toshu says he had gone for business meeting. Anupama asks where in football stadium? She says when summer and you used to climb on stairs, I used to think that my son will become something big. She says that day you turned your face and tells that she felt much sad. She says Kinjal is your wife and asks him to take care of her. Toshu asks Kinjal, why did he bring this woman here when I told you not to bring her? Anupama raises her hand to slap him, but then stops herself and says I will beat you wherever I see you. She asks what values you will give to Pari. Toshu says you will beat me in my house and says I turned my face to skip your lecture. He says you got married twice but can't handle the life. He says Samar is dead and Pakhi and I hate you and even your adopted daughter hates you. He says we used to call you right, that Samar and you are loser. He gives her money from Kinjal's purse and asks her to leave, shouting at her. Yashdeep comes home. Viji asks Anupama. Yashdeep says she will come in the morning. Viji says you have left her there, but her son will not let you stay there. She says how Anupama will bear so much pain. Toshu asks Anupama to leave. Anupama gives money to Kinjal and says it is your money. She says even a mother drinks poison like Mahadev and tells that she has come here for her granddaughter. She asks him to bring the nurse. Thoshu says no, you have no place in my life, not as my mother or Kinjal Sas. Kinjal tries to stop him. Thoshu shouts at her. Anupama asks him to take care of his wife and daughter. Thoshu shouts and says I don't want.